Today's story is about an unlikely hero, a black waitress working in a bustling Toronto restaurant, who found herself caught in an unforgettable moment with none other than Canada's Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. It was an act of kindness that would change her life forever, but not in the way you'd expect. Meet Sarah, a 28-year-old waitress who had been working at a local restaurant for nearly 5 years. Despite the long hours, Sarah loved her job. She had an easygoing nature and a knack for making her customers feel special. But she had dreams. Dreams of one day stepping out of the restaurant and into something bigger. She didn't know it, but today would be a turning point. Sarah wasn't just a waitress. She was a listener, a helper, and a friend to many. To her regulars, she was the friendly face they could count on after a long day. Her colleagues often joked that she was the heart of the restaurant. Despite the hustle, Sarah found joy in making others happy. But beneath her cheerful demeanor, she carried aspirations she rarely voiced aloud. One busy afternoon, Sarah's shift took an unexpected turn. A high-profile customer entered the restaurant, none other than Justin Trudeau, Canada's charismatic and controversial Prime Minister. Sarah had seen him on TV, of course, but never imagined she'd be serving him. As she approached the table to take his order, her heart raced. It wasn't every day a waitress served the Prime Minister. To her surprise, Justin was kind, personable, and down to earth. They exchanged pleasantries, and as Sarah took his order, she felt an unusual connection. It wasn't just his title or his fame. It was the way he made her feel seen. What Sarah didn't realize was that her small gestures of kindness and her genuine nature were leaving a lasting impression. Moments like these remind us that even in the busiest of places, the simplest human connections can stand out. Justin Trudeau. Busy day, huh? Sarah, light chuckle. You could say that. It's always a little hectic around here. Sarah, nervously. Good afternoon, Mr. Trudeau. What can I get started for you? Justin Trudeau, smiling. Good afternoon. I'll have a coffee and the special, please. As Sarah continued with her shift, she noticed something strange. Justin Trudeau, who had been dining with his colleagues, seemed lost in thought, staring out the window. Without hesitation, Sarah approached him and asked if he was okay. Justin had been under a lot of pressure, facing public criticism and dealing with a media storm. He confided in Sarah, and she listened, offering her support and empathy. For a moment, the Prime Minister wasn't a politician. He was just a man in need of comfort. In that small act, Sarah unknowingly set off a chain reaction. What might have seemed insignificant to her at the time would soon ripple outwards, influencing events far beyond her imagination. Acts of kindness, no matter how small, have a way of making an impact that lingers. Sarah, softly. Excuse me, Mr. Trudeau, is everything all right? Justin Trudeau, startled but appreciative. Oh yes, I'm fine, just a lot on my mind. Sarah, smiling reassuringly. Well, if you need anything, even just a moment to breathe, let me know. The very next day, Sarah walked into the restaurant, ready for another long shift. But instead of the usual hum of activity, she was met with something she didn't expect. The manager called her into the office. Sarah's heart sank. She had no idea what was coming. In her mind, she replayed the events of the previous day, wondering if she'd made a mistake. For Sarah, it felt like the end of the world. She'd lost her job, not because she did something wrong, but because she chose to care. Little did she know, this apparent setback was only the beginning of a journey that would change everything. Manager, Sarah, we've received some feedback about your interaction with yesterday's VIP guest. Sarah, confused. Feedback? Was there a problem? After spending hours searching for jobs and questioning her future, Sarah's phone buzzed with a notification. At first, she thought it was another rejection email. But as she read the message, her eyes widened in disbelief. It wasn't just a note. It was an invitation, A direct message from Justin Trudeau himself, thanking her for her kindness and expressing his desire to help her. The words felt surreal. Was this really happening? What began as an ordinary day had turned into something extraordinary. Sarah's compassion had caught the attention of one of the most influential people in the country, and he was about to change her life in ways she never imagined. Sarah stepped into the next chapter of her life with both excitement and trepidation. The meeting with Trudeau's team was unlike anything she had ever experienced. Team member, your story resonated deeply with the Prime Minister. He believes you can inspire others. Sarah, humbled. I'm just a waitress. I don't know if I'm ready for this. Team member, you're more than a waitress, Sarah. Your kindness proves that. They offered her an opportunity not just to tell her story, but to contribute meaningfully to a cause close to her heart. Justin Trudeau, what you did was extraordinary. Sometimes the smallest gestures spark the biggest change. Sarah, thank you, Mr. Trudeau. I just wanted to help. For the first time, Sarah felt truly seen and valued. Her kindness had paved the way for her to advocate for change, empowering others with similar dreams and struggles. What started as an ordinary interaction had blossomed into a chance to make a real difference. Sarah, I never imagined my life would change because of a cup of tea and a kind word. It shows how powerful kindness can be.